Power of Stillness, a Stoic guide to mastering your inner world. In a world that moves faster every day, where speed is worshipped and silence feels like failure, there is one power that almost no one talks about: the power of stillness. Not stillness as in doing nothing, but stillness as in doing everything, deliberately, mindfully, with inner calm. The Stoics understood something we've forgotten, that in stillness, you gain clarity. In stillness, you gain control. And in stillness, you become free. This is not a video about passivity. This is a call to return to the one place the world cannot touch: your inner fortress, the noise outside, and the noise within. Every day you're under siege, not by swords, but by noise. Opinions, arguments, urgency, distractions. The world has become a marketplace of attention, and your mind is the product being bought and sold. You're told what to think, what to fear, what to chase. You open your phone, and the chaos begins. Before you've even brushed your teeth, you've consumed 100 voices, 100 problems, and 100 pressures. And it's not just digital noise. It's the coworker who dumps negativity on you at 9 a.m. It's the boss who expects you to react instantly to every email. It's the endless scroll of strangers' lives convincing you you're falling behind. But the Stoics lived in chaos too. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man on earth, and yet he wrote about retreating inward. He said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Why? Because stillness isn't about escaping the world. It's about creating peace within it. What is stillness in Stoicism? Stillness is not inaction. It is the highest form of deliberate action. Picture this. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Your heart jumps, your pride flares. Your instinct says, lay on the horn, shout, get even. But you pause and you take one slow breath. You choose not to feed the fire. That pause, that space between impulse and response, that is where stillness lives. Seneca taught, no man was ever wise by chance. Stillness is the soil of wisdom. It is where clarity is born. In stillness, you hear your own thoughts, not the ones the world planted in you. You feel your own truth, not the pressure to perform for others. In stillness, you meet yourself, and that meeting changes everything. Stillness is power, not weakness. In a loud world, silence is rebellion. In a reactive world, stillness is dominance. Most people think stillness is weakness. Do something, they say. Fix it, control it, win it. But the Stoic knows that real strength is measured by restraint. Epictetus was beaten, broken, and enslaved. And yet he said, you may chain my body, but you will never chain my mind. That is stillness, a calm that cannot be provoked, a peace that cannot be stolen. When the world screams, you whisper. When others rush, you walk. When others grasp, you release. Because you know nothing is more terrifying to a chaotic world than a person who is no longer controlled by it. Why we fear stillness. Let's be real. Most people avoid stillness like a disease. They keep the music on, the notifications on, the schedule full. Why? Because stillness brings up what you've buried. It brings up the questions you've silenced. Who am I, really? Am I happy? Am I living someone else's dream? The Stoics didn't run from these questions. They sat with them. Think about it. Most of us never sit still long enough to feel what we actually feel. We rush to distract ourselves, scrolling when we're anxious, binging shows when we're lonely, working late so we don't have to face what's at home. But the mind must be trained to sit still, like a wild horse. The first time you sit in silence, it may feel unbearable. Your thoughts will race. You'll want to grab your phone, open a tab, escape. But if you stay, if you breathe, something shifts. The chaos outside fades. The fog inside clears. And for the first time in a long time, you see yourself. How to practice Stoic stillness. Every day, you don't need to escape to a monastery. You don't need to live in the mountains. Stillness can happen in the middle of your life, at your desk, in traffic, at the dinner table. Here's how to begin. 1. Morning silence. Start your day with 10 minutes of nothing. No phone, No talking, just you, just presence. Notice your breath, notice your body. Set the tone before the world interrupts. 2. Journaling like Marcus. Before the world speaks to you, speak to yourself. Write down what you fear, what you hope, what you've learned. Marcus Aurelius did this daily, and his words still guide us 2,000 years later. Your words could guide you tomorrow. 3. The pause. Train yourself to wait 5 seconds before you respond to anything. Email, insult, crisis. Those 5 seconds are your power. They are the difference between regret and wisdom. 4. Nature without noise. Take a walk without earbuds. Listen to the wind, the birds, your footsteps. Let the earth remind you that you're part of something vast, not just the tiny digital world inside your phone. 5. Evening reflection. Before sleep, put everything down. Ask yourself, did I act with virtue today? Was I reactive or intentional? Even 5 minutes of reflection can recenter you, so you wake up tomorrow with more clarity. Do this enough times and stillness stops being something you do and becomes who you are. Stillness is a superpower in a restless world. The world rewards noise, but wisdom whispers. Look around. Everyone's racing, chasing success, image, validation. But the Stoic walks differently. With each step, they ask, is this in my control? Does this serve my soul? The one who is still is the one who sees. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. You don't need to argue or prove or perform. You just need to be. Be firm like the rock. Be calm like the ocean beneath the storm. Because when you become still, you stop being a puppet of the world and become its master. You were not made to be frantic. You were not born to be busy. You were not created to chase everything and find nothing. You were built for depth, for wisdom, for peace that lives under the surface. So stop, breathe, come home to yourself. The world may spin, but you stand. The waves may crash, but you remain still. And in that stillness, you remember you are free or you are whole. You are unshakable. If this message gave you strength, clarity, or calm, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who's been lost in the noise. Until next time, stay grounded, stay present, stay stoic.